Gen Z power. Power. Village Gen Z power. Power. Mount Kenya power. Power. Asante sana. So you can pick the point of the agenda. So unaweza ongea kuhusu this is what we are saying. Alafu watu wanajua ndio summary inasema. Siwezi soma.
Nimechagua appreciations ya
sasa huyo ndio bado mtu ashike points zake.
Wait, you want me to go missing?
Ama basi unaendelea kuhusu ya new cabinet. Yes. Si lazima kusoma. Wacha kusoma. Zero to get here. No,
Kwa majina ni Ndungu Maina, and we want to make a point clear that we are not desisting from protest to give a chance to our leaders to continue buying legitimacy at the villages. Ya kwanza tunakatana na hiyo, and we saw some leaders trying to buy legitimacy from deep in the villages. We stand against that, and we are going to be focused and also keen to what they are doing. This is not the end. We are desisting from protest to re-strategize on the way forward. Number one, we will attend villages for civic education, and also making sure that we equip our citizens with the correct tools to fight the punitive government, the unforgiving government, the oppressive government of William Samoei Ruto.
Thank you. Today we gathered here as the youth of Mount Kenya, as Gen Zs. We have come together because we needed to discuss our issues and come up with a way forward. We also wanted to address the issues of leaders from our region, this Mount Kenya region, who have been going out there and uttering propaganda that young people from our region had been paid to participate in those protests at Nairobi. We are calling upon them to be mindful of the fact that young people came out in their numbers because of the pressing issues we are facing in our daily lives. We're also calling the leadership of the country, led by the president and the deputy president, to join forces with all elected leaders so that they are able to address our issues properly.
Kwa majina ni Florence Koskei. Today, it's a high time. We as Gen Zs, we appreciate those who stand with us. We appreciate our parents for standing with us through prayers and through other support. We appreciate the Gen Zs for coming out in large numbers. We appreciate their effort. We appreciate medics led by Dr. Wakamande and Dr. Nicholas. And we appreciate the lawyers led by Advocate Moshagi, LSK lawyers for coming through. And then we appreciate leaders ambao they stand with us. They came through, they help us whenever they need them, we need them. And also our area MCA, she came through when we need her in terms of medical bills. Thank you so much. May God bless you. For Gen Zs, may God bless you. And we need your cooperation as we move on with other things that will support and will help us building our country. Thank you so much. Zingine ndio, zingine zenye zimebaki, zingine zenye zimebaki, tutazi approach in another way. That's why tume withdraw maandamano, but we will still reach these people for accountability in some issues, compensation kwa wenye waliumia, because there are some things hazijafikiwa, lakini tutazipitia ama tutaziwakilisha kupitia njia zingine.
Gen Z power. Power. Village Gen Z power. Power. Mount Kenya power. Power. Asante sana. Thank you, the fourth estate. We are here as the Mount Kenya region Gen Zs. We are here to give some resolutions and the way forward. You all know that this country, we have been in a crisis. The Gen Zs have all over protested on the issues that they have been very, very clear on the issues of the finance bill, on the issues of the governance, accountability, and so many other. And we have come to a point as the Gen Zs of Mount Kenya that we have come together to reflect and retrospect on the way forward, on where we are and how we are going to conduct our issues moving forward regarding the issues that we are coming out to protest against, whether the government has reacted to them or not. And this is why we are here, and we are going to give the direction moving forward. Gen Z power. Power. Gen Z's viva. Viva. On the issues of the protests, we all know that we have been having protests across the country. And us, as the region, Mount Kenya region, the village Gen Zs, we are going to suspend all these protests immediately today so that we give time for reason and for dialogue and for logics to prevail. And we want to tell our young people that it is time we start now getting out of the streets and look alternative approaches to the resolution of our issues. And we are saying that it is time that we come together, organize and strategize on the ways that we can be able to make our petitions and create memorandums so that we can be able to present to the relevant offices that we can be able to complain against. Because these protests, they are overwhelming. We have realized that we are losing our lives as young people from the region, and it is time we reflect and suspend all these demonstrations and look for an alternative approach to these protests and the issues that we have been raising. And on this case, we are inviting dialogue, and we are saying we are ready for the dialogues. We are inviting all our leaders so that we can be able to present our petitions towards them. So we are joining the president and the whole country that we are ready for the dialogue, and we want proper representation for these Gen Zs so that the issues that they are putting across, pertinent issues on the issues of the corruption, on the issues of accountability of the government, on the issues of cabinet, and issues of employment and proper utilization of the taxes to be put into proper usage. And us, as the Mount Kenya Gen Zs, we are saying we are ready for this dialogue. We are also calling the government, led by the president. We all know that we have lost lives in these protests in quest for justice, in quest for accountability in the government. We have lost lives. We have gone to regrettable moments whereby we have lost lives also. Families are crying. We've seen mothers lamenting the loss of their kids in the streets because literally they came out to fight for their justice. We are calling the president to issue proper guideline within 7 days on which these members or these youths that got injured on those protests, they be compensated. We are calling the president within the 7 days to give directions on how the families who lost their loved ones on the streets, how they are going to be compensated. And all the rogue policemen, we are calling the president to institutionalize the law and the constitution and all the disciplinary measures to be applied against all those rogue policemen that took orders to extrajudicially kill our young people on the streets while they were asking for their justice. We are also, as the Mount Kenya Gen Zs, saying that as a region, we have come at a moment that we have to agree that as a region, we have to come together and unite. And we are saying this in respect to the support of our Deputy President, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua. We are going to stand with him as the Gen Zs of the region, and on the basis that he's going to be on the forefront to help us seek for the justice of the lives that we lost. He'll be in the forefront to ask for the issues as the Gen Zs of the Mount Kenya that we have been fighting for. And we are also calling him to lead in the forefront so that we can see the unity of the region being realized. Because as a region, we are realizing a scheme whereby we are going to be alienated and be segregated economically and politically in this region. So we are standing behind the Deputy President and asking him to guide us and to be as our kingman, as our kingpin, to guide us and be our father in this government. Asante sana. Yes. Yes, we are suspending this protest in the region, and we are begging all the Gen Zs. We have seen the losses that are coming across. This suspension is coming out of our own violation. We've not been coerced. We have reflected. We have sat down and seen the damages that have been caused. Our very well protest that resorted to very meaningful government restructuring have been hijacked by thugs and criminals. And we want to say this. We are not part of the criminals who have been looting and damaging people's properties. And we are saying that up to this point, there is so much infiltration and we have lost control of this protest. And we are asking our Gen Zs across the region, we seek an alternative approach in protesting or presenting our own petitions to the government. At this point, we also feel that the president, as much as he's doing deliberate actions to restructure and purport to be attending to the issues the Gen Zs have raised, we also feel betrayed. And as much as he's doing the cabinet reshuffle, as young people, we feel betrayed on the appointments that he did. However, we're giving him time to work with the cabinet that he has chosen for himself. However, we are sending a message to the parliament. The members of parliament, they have a responsibility to vet these members who have been appointed. These cabinet appointees who have been appointed to the cabinet, they have a responsibility to represent the people. Let us see them acting according to the constitution and vetting these people. Let's see the integrity issues, if there is corruption issues, if one has been accused or has been related to any issues on corruption and underperformance, let them be not be passed by the parliament. Remember, parliament has already disappointed the people they represent when they passed the finance bill. This time, we are looking at you once again, parliament. Make sure you don't pass anybody who has integrity issues to that cabinet.